Hello, today we are talking about the Amplify Transformational Data Sharing ETF, ticker symbol BLOK. You most probably have heard of the Bitcoin and blockchain explosion, but you may not know what it is or how to get involved or what the differences are. Let me tell you. BLOK is an ETF that provides serious exposure to blockchain technologies with what I think is limited risk. This is an ETF play that I think would at the very least double up in 2021. Stick around, this is one stock you cannot afford to be in the dark on. Keep it simple. For those of you new to the channel, I am the Simple Trader and I share with you explosive stocks that I am looking to buy or already have sitting in my Freedom portfolio. I am not a financial advisor, so please understand this is all just for entertainment. Full disclosure, I am looking to start a position in BLOK imminently, as a recent pullback may present a great entry point. If you have a position in BLOK or are also looking to buy, please drop me a comment down below with your thoughts, which would be greatly appreciated. No more plugging, let's start drilling. Bitcoin was the original use case for what we call blockchain. October 2008 was when blockchain was born and cryptocurrency became the first use case. We first have to understand this. Cryptocurrency is not blockchain, but an application running on the blockchain, and the blockchain provides the digital infrastructure behind the public blockchain that is used by Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Think about blockchain as similar to internet technology. Many people discovered internet technology by going on websites and using emails, and they thought that was internet technology. But in reality, these are applications built on the internets. These internets eventually spawned many other applications like streaming music, videos, and trading securities, for example. That's really what blockchain is, and it's a technology like the internet, and people are fairly familiar with one use case, which is cryptocurrency. But looking at the growth rates over the coming 5 years, I think there will be many other applications people will use blockchain on, such as central bank digital currencies, digital identities, supply chains, healthcare, food safety, voting, real estate. These are all surefire industry applications of blockchains, what we call a transparent distributed ledger technology. Bitcoin, the original use case for blockchain, has literally been on fire. Bitcoin was up 85% in 2019, and since March last year, it has exploded 700% to around $40,000, and only recently pulled back to $35,000 levels. Why Bitcoin will keep going up is clearly due to scarcity. I won't go into detail, but unlike fiat currency, where governments can keep printing it all day long, Bitcoin has a limiting factor. That is why we see so many people and institutions recently jumping into Bitcoin and using it as a hedge or a safe haven for their wealth. Let's take a listen to Chamath Palihapitiya on the reason why he's so bullish on Bitcoin. If you don't know who Chamath Palihapitiya is, then where have you been? I'm just kidding. He is one of the most well-known venture capitalists and investors of today. Think Social Capital and the 6 IPO SPACs.
All right, Chamath, we don't have that much time left. Let's talk rocket ships. First, Bitcoin. That falls into that category because that's what that is. 39,000. Where's it going?
I mean, can you play the clip in 2012 and 13 when it was at 200 and everybody was laughing at me on CNBC every time I would talk about Bitcoin? Where is it going? It's probably going to 100, then 150, then 200,000. In what period? I don't know. 5 years, 10 years, but it's going there. And the reason is because every time you see all of this stuff happening, it just reminds you that, wow, our leaders are not as trustworthy and reliable as they used to be. And so just in case, we really do need to have some kind of, insurance we can keep under our pillow that gives us some access to an uncorrelated hedge. And it's going to eventually transition to something much more important. But for right now, you're just getting all these data points that prove this thing. It's just the fabric of society is frayed. And until we figure out how to make it better, it's time to just have a little schmuck insurance on the side. And everybody's running in. It's just an incredible thing. I could never have imagined it.
Good to be a schmuck, I guess, if you got in early and it goes to where you think it's going to go.
BLOK is an exchange traded fund, just like all the other ARK funds and ETFs out there. Essentially, they run a portfolio of over 50 stocks that are involved one way or another to blockchain technology. This means your risk is spread over these 50 plus stocks and is not centralized into any one stock. I see this as a great investment if, like me, you do not fully understand blockchain technology, or maybe you do not want to get fully loaded up on a cryptocurrency, but like me, you still want a decent exposure to this sector and, more importantly, the potential huge gains that will come with it in the next 5 years.
Money. Okay. I smell money. Okay.
The top company holding in BLOK is Marathon Patent Group Inc., ticker symbol MARA, which, looking at the chart, has literally gone parabolic since November last year, and it has shot up over 1,000%. Let me repeat that, 1,000% in a few months. It now has a market cap of $1.49 billion. The more I dig into this cryptocurrency mining company, the more explosive potential I find here. So, here are some highlights. They have 2.7% of the global Bitcoin hash rate. That is huge. They make circa $11.7 million in revenue each month from their mining operations and $9 million in gross profit alone. They have $24.8 million in cash. But check this, they have zero debt. I really think, based on all those, MARA deserves a deep drill itself. We don't have time to look into all the holding companies, but here's an interesting one. The number 8th position holding is Silvergate Cap Corp, ticker symbol SI, which has also literally gone parabolic to the moon since last September. It has gone up an incredible 400%. Simply put, Silvergate is a digital currency bank that has been profitable for each of the past 21 years. That's an incredible track record. But what's more incredible is the exponential growth we have seen from them in 2020. All hands on deck, as I believe this stock will likely 3x in 2021 based on the blockchain boom and based on their numbers and projections moving forward. This is clearly another company that I need to go deep drilling on. You may be wondering, why not just invest in the ARKF ETF, which has similar exposure to blockchain technologies and companies? Well, I've done the research and comparisons, and I believe BLOK offers a little bit more exposure to blockchains and cryptocurrency mining that ARK do not. The risk, I think, is higher, but again, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. First, take a look at the chart of Bitcoin, which has gone exponential on us, but has recently seen a big pullback. When we compare this to BLOK, we see a correlation in the uptrend, but there has been no major pullback of sorts yet, which suggests the overall ETF is not bound by Bitcoin alone. I do not see BLOK slowing down, and if the industry experts are predicting exponential growth in blockchain technology in the coming 5 years, I see BLOK tripling in value by the end of this year alone, and my price target is around $90 to $100. When I see the legendary Cathie Wood of ARK Invest talking about blockchain technology as one of the coming sectors for exponential growth, I take her seriously, and for me this warrants a deep drill into what available plays I should be taking.
We believe that the 5 innovation platforms around which we've based all of our research, so DNA sequencing, robotics, energy storage, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, they have all gained so much more traction during and because of the coronavirus than we could ever have imagined. Now, we believe they're on exponential growth trajectories already. It's just, it's happening, it's being compressed much more than we expected.
Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of risk in this ETF and it could plummet at any time, but I just can't see it. I see too many big players within this ETF, such as Square and PayPal, for it to fail big. So long as the market sentiment is moving forward in fintech, I think the risk is pretty slim. Recent trend of institutions and public companies opening up and investing in Bitcoin is huge, and it suggests the time is ready for Bitcoin to become the real deal. With this large backing, I can see the price of Bitcoin going nuclear from here on.
More than 50% of all the Bitcoin holders right now have held the Bitcoin for more than a year, and many for more than 5 years. Just so you have to take that out as a supply constraint. The number he came up with as a price target, and I don't want this plastered all over headlines and so forth, because this is just if, lots of ifs there, is $500,000.
Look at Square, who recently integrated Bitcoin to their Cash App, and they are not alone. Many companies are now allowing payment in Bitcoin, which is big. When I also factor in continued devaluation of fiat currencies due to money printing and stimulus, then I only see continued growth and increase in valuation in cryptocurrency as people look to protect and hedge some of their assets. Again, please leave me a comment with your thoughts on this, as I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and remember that all the content in this video is based on my own research and views on BLOK ETF, and that you should take this with precaution. Please ensure you do your own due diligence and speak to a professional before you look to invest any of your money. If you're interested in other huge growth stocks that could make you tons of money, please check out my other videos. For more huge growth stock picks, analysis and updates, please stay tuned and consider subscribing to my channel so you get the information first. I am The Simple Trader, and will simply see you next time.